You might know the answer to this. You might not. I don't know. How do they determine how these stretches of freeways get named? Like,
How would I know the answer to this?
Like, there's the...
What would make you think I know this?
I don't...
Who do you think I've talked to? Are you talking about, like, the Alex Madonna Memorial Freeway?
Yes.
Like, I don't know who does that. Obviously, you have to be some sort of a pillar of the community.
One of our favorite oldies rockers is going to have a name of freeway here in the Golden State. Named after him. And...
Not Ritchie!
Yes, it is Ritchie, actually.
Not my Ritchie!
Ritchie Cunningham?
Not Ritchie Cunningham.
Ritchie! Not Ritchie!
Not a fake guy on Happy Days, no.
Not Ritchie, Bob!
Richie Rich? Oh, Ritchie Valens.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, locally, there has to be, is it the city council? Is it the planning commission? I don't know.
But, I mean, I think that...
Is this maybe a perk that the mayor gets?
I don't understand.
She gets out there with the flower in her hair, and she's like, I am naming this highway Alex Madonna. I don't know. Actually, maybe that was before her time.
He died in 1959.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, what about
generations? There's generations of people that don't know who Ritchie Valens are.
What about Shalem, where dude died?
James Dean?
Yeah, Dean.
That's the memorial intersection.
Right. Is it named after him?
When they put an overpass in that, is it still going to be, like in probably 40 years, because they said that they're going to explore putting an overpass in there, and how construction projects are out there, how long they take on the 46 East. So I'm thinking the timeline.
His grandchildren will be dead by the time they get it done.
I'm thinking the timeline on that. 50 years.
Yeah, that may not work out.
But is that still going to be named the James Dean Memorial intersection when it's no longer an intersection?
If I had to guess, I would say probably it will always be. But I'm not really sure how they decide.
We're going to try to get to the bottom of why Ritchie Valens is having a stretch of the 5 named after him. And
where's it by? Where at on the 5? It's a big highway.
Pacoima?
Did you Google that? Where's it at?
I don't know.
Is it north or south?
I've not.
That's what we're going to find out.
Pacoima.
We're going to find out where Pacoima is.
Yes.
If we're even saying
and why
that correctly.
Ritchie Valens is having the stretch of freeway named after him 70 years after he died. You click on a city on Wikipedia, it'll tell you who the famous people are from that city. I was just looking up Laughlin to see if they had any Ritchie Valens equivalents.
Anybody famous from? There's got to be somebody.
Just the guy in which this town was named after, Don Laughlin. Nobody else famous from Laughlin.
Nobody famous.
Let's see here. I know that I've done this with San Luis Obispo before. I think there's one of the Jackass guys is from here.
Right.
Of course, Chuck Liddell is linked to here. Notable people born or raised in San.
Ron Capps, NHRA funny car driver.
Heidi Cruz, Ted Cruz's wife, from here. Is Chris Pontius is the guy from Jackass. And then there was a adult film star that was from here too.
Oh, that's nice.
Which one was her? Where was she?
That's it. That's all San Luis Obispo.
Zac Efron gets credit.
Oh, Zac Efron. He would be the biggest.
He gets credit for San Luis Obispo, but
he's a Royal Grande.
It was really AG.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Let's. What was it? Pacoima?
Pacoima is where Ritchie Valens. Well, we were trying to figure out how to say it.
So I want to see if there's anybody else more worthy of naming a stretch of freeway. There's a Pacoima in Washington. Did you know that?
I did not know
that.
And we're saying it wrong. I'm getting text now, but I still can't pronounce it.
Well, notable people. Here we go.
All right.
Notable people. Ritchie Valens. Marty Wilson, the head basketball coach for Pepperdine. No. That's not going to work.
That's
Olivia Diabo, hot sister on Wonder Years. The hot sister.
Oh, the little robot?
No. Wonder Years.
Wonder Years.
Wonder Years.
The blonde.
Yes.
Okay.
The hippie blonde.
Pacoima?
Pacoima.
We're saying it wrong, by the way.
The Olivia Diabo Memorial Highway.
Somebody's going to correct us.
Doesn't work. I wonder what Olivia Diabo is doing right now.
Look that up. I'm going to grab
Miguel
this.
Gonzalez.
We have a couple people here
who
that
pitches for the
say
Rangers.
We are saying it wrong, and they're going to correct us.
He also is from Pacoima.
All right. Jackie, how do we say it? Jackie, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's Pacoima, and it's north of San Fernando Valley.
Okay.
Pacoima.
That's where he lives. Pacoima.
That's what it says. It's where he grew up. That's where he.
Well,
that's where he lived.
they were calling it Pacoima or something.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
say Pacoima?
Pacoima.
Thank you.
You're
Appreciate
the best.
that.
Yeah, never been good at those. Is that a Native American name, Pacoima?
I don't know.
I probably hung up too soon. Hi, go ahead.
Oh, hi, it's Kathleen. That was what I was calling about. It's called
Pacoima.
Pacoima.
Yeah, Pacoima.
Uh-huh.
Is that a
And
Native American name?
Yeah, it is. And it's
figured.
near Mission Hills in the San Fernando Valley, and that's where he's buried. In the
He's buried
cemetery there.
Wonderful.
Uh-huh.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Apparently they're going to have some big festival there, for this naming of the freeway. Now, at the festival, they're going to screen La Bamba, which we don't know if this really took place in real life when Ritchie died.
Not Ritchie.
If his mom really freaked out.
Not my Ritchie. Mom, not my Ritchie. Not
Yeah, it's your
When
Ritchie.
When Bob runs up the hill,
Figure it out.
while Mom is saying this, will they recreate that scene?
That's him on top of the hill.
Yeah, that's Bob. Now, Bob was his brother, right?
Good lungs on that kid.
Yeah. Bob was his brother, correct?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, Bob was his.
I saw this movie once when I was a kid.
Was his no good brother.
I should watch it again.
That
Yeah.
was a freeloader, and that Ritchie was the golden child, and Bob was the one that was
Troublemaker.
troublemaker because he could never live up to Ritchie.
But he loved
Valens'
his
status.
brother.
He did love his brother. Now it says that the musicians that are playing at the festival include his brother Mario and his cousin Ernie.
Nice.
Mario and Ernie Valens.
So they've been living on the Ritchie Valens coattails for decades.
Well, I don't know how well that living is. It's going to take place on the 25th, if you're going to be in Pacoima on the 25th. And that's when they're going to name that stretch of the 5 after him. And it's going to go from 3 to 10. They're going to show the movie. They're going to come out and play some of his songs. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, Ritchie Valens, haven't there been, not to take anything away from Ritchie Valens' legacy, okay? But haven't there been countless other stars that have passed in the last 70 years that might be more worthy? If we're going to start...
They don't have anything?
They don't have any tributes to them whatsoever.
Well, I know, but this is where he's from. This is where he lives.
I understand that.
So it's not like it's, there's still a lot of California.
But it seems like a little
But the family's pushing this.
too little, too late.
And let's say, the other stars of dead, past, gone, John Wayne. I'm sure John Wayne's got something.
Well, he's got the airport in Orange County.
Yeah, that's true, right?
So that's kind of...
Reagan's got, he's got the library, and then he's got an airport, too.
Yeah.
And then Bob Hope's got, Palm Springs.
And
on lockdown.
Burbank Airport.
And the Burbank. Yeah, that's right. The Bob Hope Airport. So, yeah, who else is there? Johnny Carson?
Johnny Carson has nothing named after him.
Yeah, Johnny should have
Johnny
something.
Carson left far more of a legacy
Right.
than Ritchie Valens. I'm sorry, he just did.
Right.
Okay, I don't want to make anybody who is a big Ritchie Valens fan upset, but let's face it, okay? Who had a bigger impact on society?
But maybe Johnny Carson's family just doesn't care. I think it's the family that comes forward that pushes these things to get it done.
I think so too. I think Mario and Ernie want to play in front of some people.
They want a show. They're like, hey man, we're gonna get this renamed so we can play a show.
It's just
need to play a gig, man. Hey Richie, hey Ernie, how many gigs you got? Man, we got no more gigs, man. We're gonna have to do something with Richie so we can get a gig. That's gross, isn't it?
It's so weird, though, to me that this is happening now. Like, this could have happened, like, in '87 when the movie was released.
Right.
Like, I could see that being more relevant at that time than now. This is out of thin air. Like, what is the...
Maybe they should do a remake.
A La Bamba remake?
Yeah, La Bamba remake.
No.
The same guy's alive that played him before.
Lou Diamond Phillips?
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yeah, but he played Ritchie Valens when he was 18. What is he going to do?
He was a great Ritchie Valens.
Oh, it was a phenomenal movie.
Who would be Ritchie Valens today? Wilder Ramana?
No, well, maybe. Wilmer Valderrama. I mean, he's a little on the old side, but
I'm sure they could find somebody better.
possibly. if it was,
It was the later years.
If it
Oh,
was
wait.
10 years
sorry.
ago.
Wait, it can't be the later years.
if it was 15 years ago, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
People are getting mad. I know they are.
Why?
Because I'm saying a lot of dumb stuff right now. 'Cause it's just the whole
How
thing
many
is kind
Ritchie
of silly.
Valens fans
That's
do you
the
think
only reason.
exist out there, though?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
you know, I know you're still a fan.
I mean, yeah, I think the music's good. I think the movie's good, but I don't know if there needs to be celebrations just made up out of thin air.
When is this going to be done? This highway
the
dedication
25th at
this month?
at the
That's a Friday, I think?
And guess where
Saturday.
Guess where the
Saturday.
festival's being held in Pacoima.
Pacoima. Yeah, not
Guess where?
Pacoima.
Guess where, though?
Pacoima.
At the Ritchie Valens Park in Pacoima.
That's nice.
Pacoima needs something.
Well, I kind of want to go to Pacoima now and find out what all this Ritchie Valens stuff is about.
They need to take a cue from Elsa and let it go, man. This whole Ritchie Valens thing has got me stewing on a new poll question. I'm stewing on a new poll question. We got to change this thing up now. Local celebrity that deserves to have a stretch of the 101 named after them.
We got a guy on the line here. Go ahead.
I was calling about the local celebrity dedication highway thing.
Yes. Who do you got for us?
I forgot the guy's name, but he's the guy that used to go do the Fishmasters.
Fishmasters.
Oh, I have a buddy that told me about this, but didn't the guy go to jail because he was a pervert or something?
What? Are you guys talking about a professional fisherman?
No, we're talking about some local show they ran here called Fishmasters.
Yeah,
there was
that
two
guy.
guys, and one of them I thought I heard was some sort of pervert.
Oh, I didn't know that. Dude.
Perverts.
I thought he was a bail bondsman.
No, I don't know. You probably have lived here longer than I have. I've lived here about 13 years, but this
Yeah, I
show
know,
wasn't
but
on.
His wife's like the news reporter or something.
Oh God!
Great.
All right,
That's nice.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna
We're
get.
gonna check your facts now there, Edward Armero.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Seth in here. He's older than us. All right, thank you.
Fishmasters.
Seth!
I've never heard of Fishmasters.
Hey, Seth. Oh, God.
Okay, I'm sorry. If you are the
Seth's
host,
got the door closed. I gotta
if
go
you
get him.
are a host of a fish show, you don't deserve to have a stretch of freeway. named after you.
That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about somebody who's made celebrity status on a national level, not just a San Luis Obispo level. And I know Seth is gonna have something to say.
Was Fishmasters a parody of fishing?
Yes, I think that's what it was.
Okay.
I think that's what it
Well,
was.
then maybe.
Hi, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, I vote Ron Capps.
All right.
Wrong caps.
Go to
Okay.
KZOZ.com. And
Hey,
vote
do you
then,
know
okay?
anything about the guys that did that show, Fishmasters?
Yeah,
Was one of them a pervert, or did I hear a rumor that's wrong?
he got caught at a poly basketball game with his junk hanging out.
See? There you go, Jeff.
Let's see your penis.
All right, thank you.
How?
Okay, bye.
How does that?
Hold on, I got to get Seth. Hold on a second.
Maybe he was just dangling his line. Jeremy.
Let's see your penis.
All right, I had to get him. I think he was doing yoga. I'm not sure.
Oh, cool.
This is how you stay in such great shape. What were you doing in there? Were you stretching? Or?
Yeah, you got to stretch.
Yeah.
When you play softball, you got to stretch.
Are you still playing softball?
Actually, I just got picked up by a team. It starts Monday.
Get picked up off the waiver wires?
Almost. Well, we had a guy, I don't know, he didn't get enough players and we weren't going to have a team, but I also have to stretch for this whole theater bit.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to get sidetracked.
Yeah.
Anyways, you've lived here much longer than us. We're trying to come up with celebrities that have made it outside of the San Luis Obispo County
But
line.
we're from here,
and are popular. We came up with Zac Efron, Ron Capps.
I love how that lady just knew. She's like, oh, yeah, he was at a Cal Poly basketball game with his junk hanging out.
Yeah, and some
Fishmasters guy.
Some guy calls up about Fishmasters, and I said, well, one of my buddies, his name's Rich, that I used to fish with, he knew them, or he watched their show, and he said it was pretty popular for a while, and they were on local TV.
Yeah, like the crack of dawn, like midnight Saturday night.
And it
So
was
I
like a
never
parody
watched it.
show, right? Or they were kind of making a joke. It was a
Yeah.
comedy thing. But
They were
he told
characters.
me one of them was a pervert. and
Well,
got
something
caught.
happened at a Cal Poly thing. It's
Okay.
become like local legend, even though it pretty much.
Okay,
did
so
happen.
I'm not just making this up. One of them got caught doing something inappropriate. This lady said he had his junk out at a Cal Poly game.
That's the rumor. I can neither confirm nor deny.
What was that hand gesture you just made, Jeff?
I'm telling you to turn up.
Oh, I thought you were doing something else.
Perverse.
There may have been
inappropriate conduct.
Yeah.
Looks like they're out at Lake Lopez.
So like a homegrown celebrity that should have a highway. Or
just somebody from here that, should have a stretch of highway. Because Ritchie Valens is getting a stretch of highway named after him in Pacoima. Pacoima, yeah.
Thank you.
L.A., Nueva York, Pacoima.
Now,
Pacoima.
Narcy Aaron wants Know-It-All Craig to have a...
no, sorry. He's the same as the Fishmaster
What
guy.
kind of Narcy doesn't want to name it after himself? What the hell? You lose another point there,
Narcy
Narcy.
Aaron is anti-Narcy. That's why he has that nickname.
Jeff.
Well, but to go total anti
Seth.
anyway.
Josh Brolin. God, right?
Yeah.
He's the biggest celebrity.
What about
from this area?
What about,
usually it's people that political or have donated money or.
What about Jack LaLanne? We're getting a lot of traction on Jack LaLanne. You could name a stretch of the one,
the 41 even, or something.
Jack LaLanne.
In Morro Bay. Yeah,
something Morro Bay related.
Jack LaLanne probably.
He'd be good. Nobody's really jumping to mind for me, but
Chuck Liddell, Zac Efron. Some people in Santa Maria area say
Zac Efron's too young.
Either Robin Ventura.
A lot of times, I don't know if there's anybody alive that has highway named after him. You know what I mean? Something like a stamp, you have to be dead. Kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, you got to be dead.
Memorial.
Yeah.
But let's change the rules.
Gosh,
let's change the rules. No perverts and no alive people. No, but just for fun, Jack LaLanne definitely deserves one. For sure. He fits all the criteria.
He does.
He really does. Josh Brolin, I would say.
But we tend to think celebrity. I mean, that's why Alex Madonna has stuff named. He's done stuff locally here and, kept it in the community.
Right.
But, I mean, just being famous and being from here, I don't think that's enough. Myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what about Ritchie Valens? That's what's happening in Pacoima.
Well, it's funny. He crashed in, Iowa.
I know.
And then the scene in the movie, what, you guys felt that, 3,000 miles away? I mean, I get the family connection, but it was like, it wasn't like he was in that plane flying over. They were going from Clear Lake to, like, Minnesota or something.
There is an actual memorial in Iowa at the scene of the crash.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
So that he's got his thing. Sure, he has to share it with the Big Bopper.
But I mean, you can still have a memorial of something in the city you're from, right?
Yeah.
They have a park already named after him.
And the fact that it is, 61 years later
well,
now?
Ernie, his brother Ernie, and what's his other brother's name? Mario. They're looking for a gig. They got a band, and so they've already named the park after him. That was the last gig they played like 25 years ago. So now they got They got to play a new gig, so they're naming the freeway.
I think we're far enough away, and it is Pacoima.
Yeah,
Pacoima.
Yeah.
So
I don't even know where that is. It's somewhere southeast of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a suburb of LA.
I think I don't know if we got any more, but 805-543-3693.
So Know-It-All Craig is a no on the poll.
Sorry, Know-It-All Craig.
The poll is up, and we are updating
Not
it
yet.
as we move along. Weird Al's on there. Josh Brolin's on there.
The turd in the punch bowl, the elephant in the room. No Jeff and Jeremy Highway.
No. We're talking about people that deserve it.
Like
what?
You've been here serving your community for over 10 years, right?
Yeah, but you've been here a lot longer than that. So I mean, hell, we're way down on that list. You got you and you got Kurt Olson.
But I think the dead factor. I think you can't be alive and have it named after.
Somebody just texted in and said that Sandy Koufax lives in Paso Robles. Currently, Sandy Koufax is living in Paso Robles. You're talking about a Hall of Fame baseball player, okay?
Darlene's boyfriend lives in Santa Margarita.
Remember fire?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
he's not rebuilding.
More baseball nerds aren't all over that.
Yeah, Sandy Koufax.
Whoa! You got the basketball player,
Jerry Lucas.
No, the other one, the tall guy that lives here.
The tall basketball player. That narrows it down. Thanks, Jerry.
Do I have to say he's black? Come on, I'm just trying to. Who it is.
He's a basketball player.
You know it is. You bring him up all the time.
The Horace Grant?
Yes, Horace Grant. And then you got the baseball player that got in a headlock by Nolan Ryan.
Robin Ventura.
Somebody
wrote in and said,
all right, put all these on there.
Not dead.
Put all these on there.
Yeah, like Seth says, none of these guys
You can't have
dead.
a memorial highway after somebody not dead.
All right, we're going to try to get this done. We have to. I found out we have to call a state legislature.
Legislator. So you'll get it done if you have to kill somebody.
So is it Robin?
We're going to have to kill him, but then we're going to get the highway named after him.
Who's more worthy, Mark Brunell or Robin Ventura?
Robin. He's just been pertinent longer. He managed. I mean,
that's true.
Yeah. So Mark Brunell's kind of not
point.
been seen.
Good point.
All right. Thanks for your help, Seth.
one quick note here. Jake writes in on the 805 Beer text line, and he says everybody should ease up on Kevin Graves because, to be fair, he was just doing a little fly fishing.
That is worm.
Of the contenders at the SurfNet Communications poll question, Seth, of people that deserve...
It's the highway thing.
Yeah, they are the highway. What Central Coast celebrity deserves to have a stretch of the 101 named after them? Right now, Weird Al Yankovic and Jack LaLanne splitting the vote. Weird Al not dead, Jack LaLanne dead. Everybody else that's on the list, not getting a single mention. Chuck Liddell, Zac Efron, Ron Capps, Josh Brolin.
Well, we did have a lady call in
Robin Ventura.
and say Ron Capps.
Horace Grant, John Madden, Lou Ferrigno. John Madden's a great one that got added late that we didn't talk about.
John Madden?
John Madden. I mean, he
didn't actually spend time. I mean, he didn't live here a long time. I mean, he left and...
Wasn't he a coach for Cal Poly?
Well,
or was he a player?
He was a player.
He was a player on the plane that crashed.
He didn't go. That's why he doesn't fly.
Oh.
But
remember our buddy Mike Moreno that does the Eagles football games and was on weekends? He's now living in Oregon. He's also the voice of Cal Poly, the stadium. He was friends with that creepy guy, the serial killer on Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
He lives up in Margarita somewhere.
Buffalo Bill.
There you go.
Yeah,
that was a hard turn, Madden to Buffalo Bill.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
Well, I think he lives here. Madden doesn't. I don't even know about Lou Ferrigno.
Isn't he a cop in Guadalupe now?
Anybody wonder what?
No, he's
Sharon
an
and Kevin-
honorary sheriff,
Or
deputy
honorary-
sheriff,
okay,
or
all
something.
You know what I want to find out? And maybe this is something that's for podcast lore because I don't know how many people would be all that interested in it, but I think there's enough people that would be interested in it. We need to do a podcast called Finding Sharon and Kevin Graves. See where they're at today. See what they're doing. Because apparently they just left town when he was fly fishing.
Then what?
At a Cal Poly basketball game.
Sounds like Al Capone's vault.
I don't
if
know
ever
what.
there was one.
I don't know
Then
what.
Yeah.
I don't know what after that.
The smart,
Maybe-
the smart case. We could tackle that after, but let's start small
Leave him go.
and find people that are still alive.
Well, they're professionals, like the FBI's on the Kristen Smart case. Nobody's on Sharon and Kevin Graves, you know?
And people wrote in and said Sharon used to do weather at on the local
everybody
TV
knew Sharon
station.
Graves.
Yeah, apparently, but not us because we moved here in 2006.
Yeah, that's what I mean. At the time when she was around,
This is the
everybody
first
knew
time-
Was she pre-Hovde?
Oh yeah.
I wonder if Hovde knows her.
Today is the first
We
time.
could invite Dave Hovde to be on our first podcast.
Finding
Would he
Sharon
do
and
it?
Kevin.
Would he do it?
Probably not, because he's probably contractually obligated not to mention those names while working at KSBY.
Well, he doesn't have to mention them. He just has to sit there. We'll call him S and G or S and K.
How about K?
Yeah, how about that?
Well, you guys don't refer to your predecessors ever. Why would you?
Who, Pete and Joe?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Pete and Joe. I remember them.
Long.
Actually, I don't really remember them. I met one of them, Pete. He's the bigger guy.
Yeah.
I
Was.
emailed one of them. I forget which
he
one.
moved to Idaho. They moved to Idaho.
No, he's living the dream in Wisconsin. They moved to Idaho, but yeah, he's actually working in the Packers organization, like his dream job.
Oh, that's cool. Good for him. That's really cool.
I think Dave Hovde's from Wisconsin.
I emailed one of them and I said, "Hey, should I
I thought
take
he's Minnesota. Anyway.
Would you
I don't know.
recommend your job to somebody?"
It's all the same to me.
And he's like,
Yeah.
"Eh." And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Well, some of the people are a little difficult to work for." Go figure, it was the guy that was hiring us. That's
Well,
all.
he didn't last.
Because they're good people, but some are passionate. Let's just put it that
He
way.
was like, the little troll under the bridge. What was that cartoon or that nursery rhyme? With
I don't
Billy
know.
Goat's Gruff?
Billy, yeah, that's it.
That was the guy that hired us.
That was very smart of you, Jeremy. You got that. Yeah. Ding. Give him another point. He's not as dumb.
Hey, I have
See,
faith.
every once in a while,
I
I'll
have
surprise
faith in
you.
you.
I will surprise you.
I have faith in you that
Thank
you can
you.
find Sharon and Kevin. Okay, I know you can do it, bro.
Listen,
have a
I'm on
quest.
board. I'm on board for this podcast, by the way.
Finding Sharon and Kevin.
Finding Sharon and Kevin. We got to give her top bill because she was a local celebrity, but so was her husband.
According to the New Times article, he was a producer over there too. So, how do you think he got?
Oh, yeah. But look around this building. Call somebody a producer. Does that make them some esteemed rank here?
No,
Okay.
God no. God,
Well, this
no.
is radio. That's
Yeah.
TV. It's way different. It's way better.
All I have is an archived New Times article from October of 2002.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.